course, now it's not possible for me to show that here, but it would be a wide table, okay, and we will have every possible combination of these records. So we will have LX. So friends, like IP addresses and OSI models are fundamental building blocks of networking. In the field of data, you can't go further enough if you don't have the basic understanding of SQL joins. These joins are very basic, but then most of us struggle to exactly understand how it works, and then while creating our queries it poses a lot of issues. So in this video we will understand 5 simple SQL joins which we use day in and day out and which help us do all kind of data analysis, data engineering activities. So friends, for illustrating all these 5 SQL joins, we'll take these 2 sample tables. One is employee table and the other one is skill table. It contains the details of all the employees with the associated skill IDs which they possess, and then in the skill table we have the skill IDs matched with specific skill name. So the first join, which is the most common join, is the inner join. And in the inner join, we'll take the intersection of employee table versus the skill table. So to understand any join, it's very good to use a Venn diagram. So we'll use a Venn diagram here. So for inner join, we have these 2 tables, okay, and these 2 tables, table employee and table skill table, we have, this is the intersection which we are taking. Okay, so suppose this is your employee table and this is your skill table, okay, and here you have how many records? 4 records, okay, and how many records are there in this skill table? 1 2 3 4 5 6 records. And how many you see common? So we can see that these 3 IDs, skill IDs, are present here, okay, so these 3 records will come here, okay, and then rest all will be ignored. So this is how we use inner join. Now I will give a syntax somewhere in the window here, so I'll exactly show you how that is, but we are talking about the logic here. The syntax you can very easily find on Google, but I will also try to put it either in the description or somewhere in the screen, okay. So inner join, make sure that you take something which is common. So what would be the output of this particular join condition? So friends, the output of the inner join between employee and the skill table would be this. So we have only 3 records coming as we saw here, okay, because these 3 records fell in the intersection of these 2 tables. So now let's move on to our next join. So the next join is the left outer join. So in a left outer join, we take everything which is there on the left table and only bring the results of those records from the corresponding right table. So in this, the Venn diagram would show something like this. So what we are doing, we are taking everything from the left table, which is employee table, and only bringing the records which are common between the 2 tables from the right table, which is skill table. So how many records are here in the intersection? We saw that there are 3 records here, okay, and then you can see that Mohan is a record which has nothing, which has null in front of it. So it is maybe a fresher and he does not have any skills as of now. So there is a null here. So there is no corresponding value in the skill table. But because it is a left outer join, we will bring this particular record as well. So in the output, we will have 4 records, all the employee records with this particular record for Mohan. So let's see the output. So as you can see here, this is the output of your left outer join. Everything from the left table and the corresponding data coming from the right table, and for Mohan it will be populated as null. So now let's move on to our next join. So the right outer join is exactly opposite of left outer join, and it will have everything coming from the skill table and the intersected value from the corresponding left table, which is the employee table. So in this case we will have 3 records coming in, and then all the null values will be populated for the for the records which are only present on the right table. So if we have to see the count, we will have these 3 intersected records plus the additional 3 records which are present in this particular table, so total 6 records. Okay. Now in the full outer, very simple, it will have the combination of the employee table as well as the skill table, and it will populate all the records from both the tables. So as you can see in the Venn diagram, the whole Venn is populated and colored. That means we'll have this one additional record coming from here, which is for Mohan, then the 3 intersected records for Alex, Maya and Radha, and then these 3 additional skills of DevOps, Agile and CyberSec. As you can see here, Alex, Maya, Radha, and then Mohan is populated with null, and then all the nulls here on the left for the skills which are not present here. So a full outer join combines both the tables and populates the data wherever it's available, and wherever it is a null, it populates null. So this is full outer join. Now let's go to our last join. So friends, last join in our list is cross join, which is also called as Cartesian product, which basically means that we will have a multiplication or a Cartesian of every possible combination of records between these two tables. So to illustrate this, we have 4 records in employee table. Okay, so we have 4 records in employee table, and then in skills table we have 6 records. Okay, so it will be a product of 4 into 6, which is 24. So we will have 24 records. Now it's not possible for me to show that here, but it would be a wide table. Okay, and we will have every possible combination of these records. So we will have Alex having 6 different entries for all these 6 skills, then Maya, so it will be 4 into 6. Cross joins could be very costly, and it could also result in data inaccuracy as far as my experience goes. So whenever you are facing some issues with the performance or some issues with the data, you should always focus and understand that whether by mistake some sort of a cross join or a Cartesian product is happening or not. Okay, but yeah, in some cases it could be a useful viable option as well. So friends, this brings us to the end of this video. We covered inner join, left outer, right outer, full outer and cross join. These are the basic joins. We have advanced joining techniques as well, so if you want to learn that, let me know in the comment section and I'll try to make a video on that as well. So if you're liking this data series, please hit the like button. Let me know in the comment section some suggestions which you would like me to cover in future videos, and we'll continue to cover some basics of data engineering, data analysis and overall data industry. So if you like this video and got some value out of it, please subscribe to this channel, hit the bell notification so you exactly know when I upload my next video. Also, if you hit that like button, it lets YouTube know that there is something useful going on this channel, and it spreads it to a wider audience. So until next time guys, please keep learning, keep sharing all your knowledge, and yes, keep hustling. Bye for now.